Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and the new Nigeria is certainly possible. And a good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, we are here to have a discussion on the things happening in Nigeria, but precisely, we are looking at what has happened in Edo State today. Massive crowd, very massive crowd, turnout in Edo State to welcome His Excellency Peter Obi as Obi, Aisha, Yesufu, Yunusa, Tanko, Dr. Moses Paul, so many Obedients and active citizens as they storm Benin City in support of Olumide Akpata's campaign team today. And of course, we have reactions coming from active citizens, from Obedients all over the world. Seeing the kind of crowd that is there, you so much believe in what is going to happen in 2027, because we know that His Excellency, this kind of crowd is always the kind of crowd that we see everywhere across Nigeria. But today, Edo people have shown that they are 100% obedient. Some people talk say, now for Benin, and they born the people will be obedient. But we have our own reaction, people who are reacting both on X and of course talking to us directly. So we'll be taking our conversation from the people directly who are who have joined us on Zoom to discuss all about this. So I'll be starting with the first son of Edo, and the person who was or is still handling the Obidient family cooperation and making sure that the last time that His Excellency Olumide Akpata was in diaspora, that most of the events that happened in different places, including Manchester, that he was there, and he'll be telling us more about the people, the Obedients who trooped out in their numbers from different wards, different local governments of Edo State, and how they were actually mobilized, not with money as people always do during election, but the sheer knowledge that His Excellency Peter Obi is coming. Let me introduce to you that is no other, as you already know, is Lord K joining us and telling us what happened in Benin, Edo City today. So let's start with you, Lord K. Please tell us, we are seeing not just the pictures, we are seeing not just the videos, we are hearing the tales of how Olumide is sweeping across the 18 local governments of Edo State. But precisely tell us what happened today, as we know that His Excellency was there with Aisha, Yesufu, and a host of other Obedients. Tell us what transpired in Benin today.
Yes, good evening, fellow Obedients around the world, studio panelists, and everyone on the Zoom panel as well. In fact, today is the beginning of the victory. Today is the beginning of the victory parade. I mean, nothing, even the presidential campaign was nothing compared to what happened today in Edo State. Edo State, the beginning of the Obidient movement actually showed themselves out today that yes, they know what is right and they want to follow what is right. They know who their governor is and they want to go with him. So, I mean, the campaign today was with our very own Excellency Peter Obi, Aisha, Yesufu, I mean, name them. They were all there today to show the unity in the Labour Party, to show the unity with the Obedients in Edo State. Not just the fact that, I mean, like we have been seeing people go out to pay crowd to come, and then while the campaign is going on, they are trying to share money. That some at the back are trying to ask for their own share. I mean, none of all that nonsense happened today. We saw what organic movement is all about, what grassroots movement is all about. We saw that today with Olumide Akpata. That's our guy, Olumide Akpata. I mean, gentlemen and ladies, Edo State, we are going to be the beginning of the revolution in Nigeria. We are going to be the beginning of the change that Nigeria needs.
I know, Loke, you're very excited on what happened in Edo. I want to ask you, I noticed that His Excellency Peter Obi was all cheers today. Usually during this, their, brouhaha coming out from their Bure camp, I see his face is always tight. But today, I can see smiles. I can see the 36 set of his teeth all glowing, because the kind of crowd he saw, probably he did not envisage that. But tell me more. I see that most of the people that throwing the ring road part of the Benin City, that were serious hold up. People were saying that the whole places, even malls, were shut down. People were climbing at the top of the roof just to take a glimpse of His Excellency, to see Aisha Yesufu talk, to see Dr. Mo and the newly interim Obidient movement, the Yunusa Tanko. Yeah, so please tell me more about the excitement that happened in Benin City with PO being there.
I mean, Benin City has been the base of the Obidient movement, has been the base of the Obidient family. I mean, when you say His Excellency Peter Obi having his 32 showing, having his teeth smile, he was excited because he's back to base. He's back to base. He knows that is where the movement started. The likes of Mr. Tanko, Aisha, Yesufu, Dr. Mo, and all these guys, they know exactly what Benin City, what Edo State means to the Obidient movement. They understand that without Edo, there will be no obedience. There will be no obedience. We gave them that name. Obidient. So they are excited. They know that yes, victory is for sure. They know that Olumide Osaigbovo Akpata, the Labour candidate for Edo State governorship election, he is the only person that is credible, the only person that has no godfather, the only person that has a track record of no corruption. So I don't see why it should be under debate, or why people are still wrangling for whatever APC is bringing. The APC man, we all know his problem. We all know that yes, they have brought us a Dundee, they have brought us a dummy, because they want to use him to access Edo State's treasury. That is Oshomole. Oshomole wants to use what's his name again? Okpebolo. He wants to use Okpebolo to access Edo State's treasury for his senatorial ambition for 2027. That is why Oshomole is the spokesman for Okpebolo and Dennis. So now that their cover has been blown, we now know that Okpebolo, the man, if he's suffering from dementia, nobody understands, nobody knows. Somebody that you are even talking to, you are whispering something in his ear, you are giving him paper to read, and he's still gaffing and saying all the kind of nonsense. Imagine him telling Edo citizens that he's going to bring in security to Edo State. Man, that was the height of it. That is why this man is not going to arise or going to Channel TV. Mr. Kanu, give me some time. That is why this man is not going to arise or Channel TV to go and say anything. Because he knows once they start interviewing him, that's the end of story. And Oshomole knows this. Tinubu knows this. That is why they are now promising that, they are going to use federal mines on Edo State. They want to capture Edo State one way or the other.
The question I want to ask, I just wanted to ask you a question once more. I know you're excited, okay, seeing His Excellency and Aisha Yesufu and a host of others in the
Absolutely.
But again, my question, what I wanted to ask you is, having this crowd we are seeing today, are you sure that majority or all of these people who turned out to have their cards? Because if they do, then surely it means that Olumide Akpata has already won if they are going to vote for him, because the crowd were really much. How sure are you that majority of these people who turned out today are going to vote for His Excellency Akpata?
Gentlemen and ladies, fellow Nigerians, fellow Edolites, we all know Obi, we know they give anybody shishi. We all know that. Everybody you see out there today, these are the organic members of the Obidient family. These are the organic that has actually taken that name from that grass level that are actually flying with it right now. We've been seeing the APC organizing rounds. You see with a luxurious bus, you see them come with whatever they're traveling with, that they all pay at least 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 to come and stay in the campaign ground, and they're all starting dancing there. None of all that nonsense today. You could see people coming up from their houses, climbing buildings, climbing everywhere. That is what we call the campaigning for the grassroots people, the Edo State people in Benin that want good government, good administrator to come and help them out of this nonsense, out of this mess. That is why we all Olumide, one of those guys that you can actually pin anything fraud, any blackmail, or any kind of nonsense to. Are we talking about PDP? What's his name again? For also in Galo, that meant he's taking it as his turn. He's now the Emilio Con of Edo State. Huh? He wants to be the Emilio Con of Edo State. Since his guy has left, he's going away now. He wants to take over. It doesn't happen like that. We need fresh hands. We need fresh people. We need fresh ideas. We need people that can actually push the state to the next level. That can actually be the beginning of the revolution in Nigeria, the betterment of Nigeria. That is what Olumide Osaigbovo Akpata is all about.
All right, look, I'll be coming back shortly to you, but let's take from other Obedience active Nigerians. Mr. Bassi is on standby. Mr. Bassi, we've heard from Lord K, and of course everybody is excited that finally His Excellency P2B is back in Edo State. He was there before. He's back there again, like he promised obedience in the last meeting we had. So it happened today, and we're also glad that Aisha is back home, and we had the likes of the interim leader also there. But the question I want to bring across to you is, there is somebody who is actually missing, yes, let me bring that up. The chairman of whether a function of the Labour Party, that is Julius Abure, seems conspicuously missing. I believe that today should be a big day, that he should be in Edo State with this campaign team to raise the flag higher flying. And being a person from that zone, I believe he also should be the person, or as presumably is the person that gave that ticket to Olumide. Why do you think he is not there? You think his personal interest, or is the feud with the stakeholders meeting still very much alive between him, P2B, and OT?
Good evening, Mr. Kanu. Thank you for having me today, and good evening, co-panelists. Good day, Obidient, and listeners across the globe. The fact they say speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obvious that Mr.
Olumide Akpata.
No. I want to
Abure.
talk about the Abure. His interest is playing out today. Come to think of it, it was during his tenure that Olumide Akpata emerged as the party's candidate. One would have expected Abure on a day like this to drop his personal ambition, whatever thing that is happening, and join the team to promote the party's candidate on a day like this. but he could see that he's missing. He's not there. This clearly shows that he's working in cross purpose with that of the party, and it shows that up to something. He doesn't have the interest of Labour Party as he supposed, as he claims. His own interest is about what happens to him and all about him. And this is sad, because for a man of that stature, one would have expected some level of commitment and loyalty to his party. We see his body language doesn't project that, and it's not a good optics to show. And well, my own happiness is that regardless of the fact that he's absent, the Obidient took the show, and they made sure that all the doubters were put to shame today.
Absolutely.
Let me also thank His Excellency Peter Obi for being a true leader, leading the Obidient into Edo City, Benin City, and we saw the mammoth crowd, organic in nature, showing their love, extending their love to Olumide Akpata. And what I will also say is that I want to encourage all the Edolites to seize this opportunity and make a case and make a statement. Let us translate the optics of today's campaign into the reality come September 21st, where the real election is going to take place. Let us witness this sort of mass turnout and come out and vote and protect their vote. Don't vote and go home. Vote, stand, let your vote be counted. Let your vote get straight to the collation centers, so that we don't want to hear what happened in 2023 election repeating itself here. That will be my advice and my encouragement to Edolites. Thank you.
Okay, there's something I want to bring to your attention. I don't know if Governor Oti have written to the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the Mahmoud Yakubu, to notify him of the body setting up of the 29-member caretaker committee to organize the party's congresses and national convention within a period not exceeding 180 days. I don't know if you're aware. And that letter, that was made known to us was dated September 6, 2024. 2024, and signed by His Excellency Peter Obi and Oti, also informed the INEC chairman of the leadership crisis in the party. The letter, formally unveiled the names of the 29-member caretaker committee. In that letter, His Excellency Peter Obi and Oti, who actually convened the September 4th expanded stakeholders meeting of the party in Omuahia, where they set up something. You will recall, I'm quoting from the letter, they said, you will recall that Labour Party had a leadership crisis in recent times, culminating in the recognition of the Abure-led National Working Committee by INEC, effective June 2024. This is equal to the settlement brokered by INEC on June 27, 2022, end of quote. The letter said the settlement was founded on the consent court judgment by Justice Gabriel Kolawole on March 20, 2018. Now, a major part of the settlement states that an all-inclusive national convention preceded by ward, local governments and state congresses shall be convened not less than 1 year after signing the terms of settlement, the letter said. Now, it added that because of the 2023 general election, the implementation of the agreement was deferred by 1 year to 2024. So, His Excellency Peter Obi and Alex Oti stated in that letter, and in quote, by March of 2024, the Abure-led NWC organized a convention at Nnewi without first organizing ward, local government and state congresses. They said that this fell short of the standards and the spirit of the terms of settlement as stated above. Then, in the light of all this, a leadership vacuum arose in the party. In like manner, the National Executive Committee membership got depleted, leaving less than 10 members standing. This is coming from the letter. The letter also explained that given the above scenario, the statutory executives of the party, made up of the governor, the deputy governor, the legislators, in addition to all surviving members of INEC, the leadership of organized labor, representative of governorship candidates in the 2023 election and subsequent ones, presidential and vice presidential candidates in the 2023 election and other party leaders met in Umuahia, Abia State on Wednesday, September 4th, 2024 and set up a caretaker committee to organize congresses and national convention within a period not exceeding 180 days to fill the vacuum created by the expiration of the tenure of the SY leadership of the party at all levels. The letter also stated that INEC chairman told the INEC chairman that Senator Nenadi Osman and Senator Darlington Wokocha were appointed by the stakeholders meeting as chairman and secretary respectively of the party's caretaker committee. The letter also listed other members of the committee representing critical stakeholders of the party, and it all concluded with representative of the Nigerian Labour Congress, who is represented by Comrade Abdul Wahid Omar, Professor Tifolus, and of course Comrade Chris Elliott. So all of these, according to the letter, even the Senate is being represented by Senator Victor May, Neda Immersion, Ireti Kimgibe, while the House of Representatives is represented by Honorable Afam Ogene, Honorable Sheyi Shoumi, so many other people from the House of Representatives. And even the former governorship candidates were named there, like Kempela of Delta State, Gbadebo Road Vivo of Lagos, Jonathan Asake of Kaduna, Edward Pajok of Plateau. So many were named. Now, Mr. Bassi, why I'm bringing all of this up is, do you think that His Excellency Peter Obi Alex Oti team having written to INEC, giving all of this information, do you think it suffices in going forward with this very particular path that they have chosen? Do you think it's the right path?
Thank you once again, Mr. Kanu. This is the right direction to go. And first of all, I must commend His Excellency Peter Obi and His Excellency Dr. Alex Oti for taking this leadership role because of the vacuum created by the expiration of Abure-led National Working Committee. You will recall that before now, a lot of people had called out His Excellency to take charge and put the party in order. And he's not a man who works based on what people say. He takes his time to ensure that things are done properly. He's a due diligence person. And it is we have seen that play out in what transpired in Umuahia. Now, what we need to do is all members of the party, the stakeholders, need to come together and give the support that is needed to the caretaker committee to enable them carry out the assignment, which is stipulated for 90 days. And it is hoped that at the end of the day, that will usher in the National Working Committee of the party that is all inclusive. And I would also call on Abure to drop his personal interest and join hands with the team and ensure that the party is united. You recall that in two of INEC stakeholders meeting, Abure was not given access to the party. He was excused because the INEC said they don't recognize him because his tenure had expired. So that clearly means that there was a vacuum in the party. And regardless of whatever they think they did in Nnewi, which was not recognized by INEC. So that also created the vacuum in the party, in the leadership. So in the wisdom of the elders of the party and the stakeholders, this is the right decision to take. And it is hoped that at the end of the day, all parties, all will close rank and work with the team, with the National Working Caretaker Committee to bring about a National Working Committee for the party and reposition the party for growth and stability.
Thank you very much. You know, it's very good for us to actually understand that His Excellency P2B and Alex Oti are taking the bull by the horn. But let me quickly, due to our time, rush straight to Mr. Tony Oji. Tony, of course, you've listened to what is happening in Edo State and the likes of the active citizens, Obedients, and everybody in Edo State is just on fire today. So Tony, tell us what you think about what happened today, especially as Abure is nowhere to be found, but nobody seems to have missed him in Edo State. Tony, what do you think?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Kanu, for having me today. Obedient citizens listening in, you're welcome. The fact of the matter is that Abure has actually exercised himself from Labour Party by not his actions, starting from yesterday and then today. Nobody's pushing him out. Nobody tried to push him out. But there is this one thing that is disturbing amongst some people in Nigeria, and that is titleship. People want to be called names. They want to assume names. Whether they are effective in performing the duties associated with those titles and names is another thing altogether. Why do you have to be the chairman? If you are not the chairman, let everything go to hell. It's unbecoming, quite unbecoming. You know what is going on? You've been in a fight with their Papa group during during all the campaigns last year. Now, you're still not tired of fighting. Huh? You're still not tired of fighting? Come and join. Apparently, you are now friends with their Papa group. You know, what an hour.
Mr. Tony, you know something. You know, Abure, I believe he's a lawyer. You understand? He's a lawyer that knows that his term in office will actually expire. But why is he doing all this? If not that inside with the opposition, because he wants to destroy it. Before this time, was Labour ever known? Has Labour ever had any significant off in level? Labour Party, have they ever had one significant office?
I can
go ahead, man.
Tell you, okay, having been involved with Labour Party when I ran for House of Reps, that state chairmen were just appointed.
Okay.
The ward chairman this.
Okay.
When we came into the Labour Party AP, because we were rigged out. So we wanted, our team formed the ward's chairman, secretaries, and other officers. So Labour Party is not really, in real terms, a political party. I said they just have that name. Okay? Even at this moment, during the last election, the state chairman, the candidates, the ward executives were all appointed. There was no election to elect them. And now we're saying, or people are saying, now that we all are now involved with Labour Party due to the government, let us do things the right way. Let us go back and then form those structures, create them, elect them. Whatever we are doing will be genuine, will be appropriate and legal. But due to selfish interest, which I don't know why, and I don't know whether people get tired of fighting in the courts every time there's a case here, there's court case there. This is quite unbecoming. Let us do things the right way, Mr. Abure.
Thank you.
It's not helping matters. Because what will happen if care is not taken is that you drive a lot of people away from Labour Party.
I got your point. But okay, as you say, your mouth still the mui. With what happened in Benin today, Lord K, you think that Abure is not missed by anybody at all, and he's not showing his face today does not in any way deter anybody that came out to campaign with Abata, because I can see that everybody, all the big shots are all there with Abata today, except the function of Abure. So you think that it doesn't in any way diminish the crowd that Abata has put together, correct?
I think in the Greek language, you said reps isa loquitu. The reasons or the fact speaks for itself. Everything today has spoken for itself, that nobody cares if he's there, if he's not standing with Labour, standing with the candidate anymore, because we know what we want, we know who we want, and we know how to do it. Apart, Abure on his own, that I believe should be somebody with some legal sanity, has made himself a laughing stock. He has made himself now known as somebody that was actually there for the money or for the fame, not to help Nigerians or to help Labour Party or even Edolites. So the show of shame that he has brought to himself today is something that will stick to him and will probably end his political career. Now, Labour Party has come out with the giants in the place, with the giants in the group. They have come out with them today, and we can see the mammoth crowd that came out to support them without Abure. So he should go back and start thinking of his life thinking of what he should be doing next. Because I think his game with politics is right now over. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. And I think we have really enough of Edo State, and we believe that the Edo people are going to do the right thing, but we'll continue following up with the Edo people, especially the Obidient family across the local government, trying to reach out to them on each day for the structure, for the organic structure in Edo State to remain strong, so that they can be able to protect their votes. But coming back on what is happening in Nigeria, we know that the different groups has called once again for a total shutdown of the economy of Nigeria in form of a protest. Some people are citing the Take It Back movement has announced again that they are going to massively participate on the Fearless October, starting October 1st. With this, I also had some things, reports coming out that the NLC are also seriously thinking in that direction, as they have issued a statement after the release of what is his name, Joe Ajero today. So, but let me ask this person. I will just need you within 1 minute to tell me about what in the move. There is in the move a potential shutdown. What am I going to take this time around? Okay, let me take Kini. You know, the Labour Congress commenced the process of mobilization of its executive for mass action over the increase in the price of premium motor spirit, PMS, otherwise, it's called fuel. Now, in their statement after the release of Joe Ajero, their president, described the hike in the price of PMS by 200% surreptitiously as nothing but betrayal, and demanded for immediate reversal as it meets with other organs for imminent mass action. Now, my question is, do you think that NLC can actually join forces with the Fearless October protesters and the NANS protest that they said is going to take for 5 days' time? Do you think they could actually pull this off to make Chief Bola Tinubu come down with the PMS price? Because it seems like protest is just being called from every angle, because NLC has released just this statement. We'll take 2 minutes to tell me your thoughts on this NLC, the Take It Back movement, and of course the call for the Fearless October protest.
Thank you, Mr. Kanu. The nationwide protest is long overdue, and it ought to have come like yesterday, because Nigerians are finding it difficult to cope with the current situation in the country. The fuel issue is biting very hard, and families are going through difficult and tough times. And I think NLC should, as a matter of proper coordination, coordinate this particular protest and ensure that there is maximum effect to bring government to respond to the needs of the people. Otherwise, Nigerians might just wake up one and realize that they will not be able to even buy bread. Talk less of even the fuel we are talking about. When you go to the market, you discover that the price of things have gone up. You trust Nigerians who don't even want to hear. The moment they hear there is a fuel increase, the price of things have gone up. Even people who still have old stock don't want to even wait 1 moment. They've increased the price. So this government, I don't know their intention, whether they were they hijack power to punish Nigerians. Because what is going on is it clearly shows that they are just out to make life miserable for Nigerians. And their policies are anti-people. When you look at it, how can you just come and increase the price of fuel? And the fuel is not even available, because whatever they do is they're always strategic in their price increase. First of all, the first thing they will do is ensure that they create artificial scarcity, so that people will now begin to suffer. The moment they create that artificial scarcity, they'll wait for maybe a few days. After a few days, you see marketers started adjusting their pump price to the next whatever they have agreed to do. So Nigeria needs to come out, team up with the Labour Congress. If they are ready to do it this time around, Nigerians will also be willing to support them and ensure that this protest force government to revert back to the old price, so that Nigerians can have breathe and like the commander-in-chief or commander-in-chief said. He said, "Let Nigeria breathe." We can see how he's allowing Nigerians to breathe. He has put his leg on our neck. We can't even breathe. Nigerians can hardly feed. So this is the time for us to come together and let us troop to the street and ensure that government listen to the voice of the people, because the people put him there. So he must listen to the people and ensure that he do things that are in consonant, that brings about the betterment of the people. That is what I think I can say concerning this protest. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Bassi. Thank you so much. And of course, for our viewers, we thank you so much with us this time and all of that. We want you to actually go to the comment section. Tell us what you thought about PO and the likes of Aisha, Yusufu, Tanko, and all the obedient and active citizens in Edo State, how their performance today is. Go to comment section. Tell us if you think that Abure is missed in that very midst. But before we go, because our time is really up, I want to articulate what the NLC has brought out for Chief Bola Tinubu to deal with. First, they talk about the reversal of the fuel price. Second, they talk about release of all those incarcerated or being persecuted on the assumption of having participated in the recent protest. Third, they are talking to Chief Bola Tinubu to hold the indiscriminate arrest and detention of citizens on trumped-up charges. Fourth, they are calling for reversal of 250% tariff hike in electricity. The NLC is also talking about Tinubu to stop the hijack of duties of the Ministry of Labor and Employment. On their sixth demand, they say to end policies that engender hunger and insecurity. They have the seventh one, which says to halt government's culture of terror, fear, and lying to Nigerians. The NLC said it is guided by its belief in Nigeria and that the need to secure and sustain its sovereignty, integrity, and welfare of the people in the coming days. They said that the appropriate organs of the Congress will be meeting to take appropriate decision, which will be made public. That is what came from Joe Ajero after he was released from the DSS custody, where they seized his passport, but I learned that his passport has also been passed on to him. So thank you, and again, tomorrow we'll be coming out to tell you all the functions. Take It Back Nigeria preparing for the protest, NLC preparing for a protest, National Association of Nigerian Students preparing for the protest, and citizens in their numbers are already protesting on the streets. There is no more vehicles on the road. That is what is happening. They are trekking, and that is, they are protesting. Thank you so much. Go to comment section, like and share. Tell us your thoughts. Until tomorrow, bye for now.